134 for one.
And they will take a set-time strategic timeout.
यार डायरेक्टर is saying ज्यादा इमोशन डालो.
अरे डोंट वरी, जस्ट फॉलो मी.
Okay.
इमेजिन तुम एक बीज हो.
Okay.
और अब तुम धीरे धीरे ग्रो कर रहे हो. या करेक्ट.
आई श्योर हेल्प करेगा.
हाईएस्ट क्वालिटी वीडियो कॉलिंग के साथ जब चाहे मिलो ऑन गूगल डुओ.
नए बारबेक्यू से सुंदर की बात बन ही रही थी लाजवाब, लेकिन उसके लोड से वायर्स ने दिया जवाब. इसलिए नए इंडिया को चाहिए जापानीज टेक्नोलॉजी वाले एंकर बाय पैनासोनिक के वायर्स जो हैंडल करे हर लोड. एंकर बाय पैनासोनिक, नए इंडिया के बढ़ते लोड के लिए.
राजू भाई एक परफ्यूम स्प्रे देना.
गैस वाला है बिना गैस वाला?
पूछने की क्या बात है, बिना गैस वाला. फॉग ही क्यों?
फॉग का परफ्यूम अच्छा है, दमदार है, लंबे समय तक चलता है. और
गैस वाला
फॉग है तो और क्या चाहिए?
छोटे इस महंगाई में इतनी लाइट्स कैसे जला रहे हैं बताओ?
उनका मालिक अमेज़न पे से बिजली का बिल भरता है ना, कैशबैक कमाता है तो जलाएगा ना एक्स्ट्रा लाइट्स.
बड़ा ब्राइट बंदा है.
बड़ा ब्राइट नहीं, बड़ा तो रुपया हुआ है.
तो अमेज़न पे यूज करो, बिल पेमेंट्स और कई ट्रांजैक्शन पे पाओ जबरदस्त कैशबैक. अमेज़न पे अब बड़ा होगा रुपया.
ये चीज भी करता है. वोल्टास का नया एडजस्टेबल इन्वर्टर एसी. कम लोग तो 1 टन, ज्यादा लोग तो 1.5 टन. सेविंग्स टन.
Suzuki Connect with live vehicle tracking, emergency alerts, driving behavior. Suzuki Connect, advanced telematics solution.
यार फॉग ही क्यों जब दूसरे पे डिस्काउंट है? सस्ता है यार.
मेरे लिए तो फॉग ही बेस्ट है.
क्यों?
एक तो फॉग का परफ्यूम अच्छा है,
अच्छा.
दमदार है
और
लंबे समय तक चलता है. और क्या चाहिए? दीपिका
बिना गैस वाला फॉग.
फॉग है तो
और क्या चाहिए?
टीम्स हमारी है डिवाइडेड, लेकिन दिल में हम यूनाइटेड.
अलग टीम्स में खेलते हैं पर साथ में चिल हम करते हैं, अपना ही तो गेम है. डिवाइडेड बाय टीम्स, यूनाइटेड बाय किंगफिशर, द किंग ऑफ गुड टाइम्स.
World's first 32 megapixel pop-up selfie camera, Vivo V15 Pro.
Setai strategic timeout. We're done. That's the second of the innings. So it was the stretch. It was taken immediately too. So the stretch to the end. As we look at all the 10s, look at them: Sunrisers, Knight Riders, Kings 11. And Rajasthan Royals, they all are on 10 points, fighting to finish in a few games' time in the top 4. The net run rate of Hyderabad is outstanding. And then we are into the playoffs. So that fight goes right down to the 14th game they play. I mean, it's been the most remarkable Vivo IPL in terms of closeness. No one's out of it. But the reward is for first taking on second. The winner going straight through to the final. The loser gets a second bite of the cherry, which is always a good way to be. Third and fourth, the loser's out. And the winner goes through to play the loser of one. At Hyderabad, and the matches will start at 7:30, so note that 7:30 p.m. start.
Oh, what a shot from Warner. Reverse hit, taking it over short back with third man. That's a beautiful shot. There's a bit of width on the ball. This was really gorgeous batting, Sonny.
Absolutely, I love this shot.
I love this switch hit in the reverse sweep. Look at that. And look at the power. Whoa. Amazing. Whoa.
You started that shot, didn't you, Sonny?
In my dreams.
He used to dream of playing those shots, and now it's just regulation. Although you don't see Davey play it too often. He's sort of gone away from it. Oh, he's mishit it. That was easy pickings down the ground.
Yes, he just got a little bit of an outside edge, but because he's hitting the ball with so much power, went away from that fielder at chop third man, much to the delight of the local crowd here. They want him to go on right till the end.
He's just got to keep that fitness level going. 6 overs remain, 146 for 1.
हॉलिडे पे कहाँ जाना है गुबलू?
चलो गोवा चले।
तो ठीक है, यहाँ वहाँ नहीं जाते, सीधे फोन पे ऐप, फ्लाइट्स, होटल्स, ट्रेन्स की बढ़िया ऑफर्स है इसी की ऐप में। रेडी? अगले महीने गोवा।
पर अगले महीने तो एग्जाम है।
The one app for all your needs. PhonePe, India's payments app. Amit? Bro. Sorry. आजा अंदर आजा। आजा साथ में देख।
थैंक्स कैडबरी डेरी मिल्क। कुछ अच्छा हो जाए, कुछ मीठा हो जाए।
World's first 32 megapixel pop-up selfie camera. Vivo V15, V15 Pro.
I like the 40 singles in that. They've been rotating when they haven't been hitting the boundaries.
Yeah, I like the dot balls as a bowler. That's what you go for. I used to try and get 2 and over, 3 and over if you could.
And that's a bunt shot, so 2. Just feel that Dave Warner, every time he's sort of running 2s, it's just zapping him a little bit in the heat. So I would say in this phase of his innings, he's vulnerable right now. There is a shot coming that might present a chance. So Kings 11 have got to pounce if it comes.
Yes, it could be a tired shot. He realizes the importance of every ball. Doesn't want too many dot balls. We're just talking about it. So even if it's not a boundary, if he can get a couple, a single, he wants to make every delivery count for something.
Chris Gale tried his best, but he was never getting there. But that won't be zapping the energy. Just milking those. Don't bowl there.
And that's the 150 up. Brought up in start. Steep just drifting towards the leg stump. You can't get away with this when your fine legs inside the circle. Low full toss. Warner just had to help it on its way. Here we go. Great effort from the universe boss. You don't see him dive very often. He's trying to put his body on the line for the team. And Warner keeps going now. 78 from 51.
And this is the third time that he's scored that boundary of Harshdeep Singh. Maybe the fine leg should be deeper. Should be on the fence.
Well, I tell you who I feel sorry for is the cheerleaders. Because every time there's a 4 or 6, Sonny, if you want to think about fatigue value, I'm worried about them. And in fact, I reckon in the second innings, we might have to get down there. Get the pom-poms and get a few coordinated moves going.
Well, it's a tough job, Slats, but, you know, if you need volunteers.
Sonny's got his hand up.
I love it, Duns. Let's get down there. Let's do some moves ourselves, Sonny. You and I could rock this place.
Absolutely. Strictly come. Dancing, Swanee.
Well, they need to take some catches, they do, Kings 11. They need to take some speckies, but right now, there you go, cheerleaders up again. They're running out of steam, all these boundaries.
Well, this is a bad delivery. The fine leg is in the 30-yard circle. There is a deep square leg. You're angling the ball at the batsman's left shoulder, making it easy. You made it easy. for Manish Pandey just to use that pace and hit it for a boundary.
Yeah, it's tricky when you've got someone with the power of Pandey in such good form. All of a sudden your target area as a bowler shrinks down to probably the size of a 50p pen, 50p piece if you know what that is.
I don't mind that change up of a short ball, but it's got to be well directed. And I think that's what's been costing Kings 11 Punjab, particularly in this phase. But it's been right the way through, just ill direction, not executing. As I mentioned, there's got to be some catches taken from here. But we've seen some, haven't we, in our Vivo perfect catch of the season. There is some to pick from. KL Pollard. And then Stokes nestled in the gully. That was in Jaipur. Brilliant. And Kane Williamson. And Bairstow, who's no longer in India. What a tournament he's had. And Kane Williamson would like to get some runs to finish here. He mightn't get a bat the way they're going. We've got 5 overs remaining. And 159 for 1.
Uncle, rent. Ready, Uncle? For you. ये किस लिए? रात को 2:30 बजे आता हूँ, आपको दिख जाता है। इतनी बड़ी दीवार पे इतनी सी कील ठोकता हूँ तो दिख जाता है। अलाउड नॉट अलाउड कुछ भी खाऊं तो भी आपको दिख जाता है। तो हुई ना? जादू तेरी नजर। बाल बढ़ा रहे नहीं? मसले बड़ा और कम हो रहे हैं।
गोवा बीच घूम कर आए। पापा के रूम में कोई प्रॉब्लम हुई तो? मेक माई ट्रिप देता है होटल बुकिंग पे 24/7 हॉटलाइन। किसी भी प्रॉब्लम का 1 घंटे में सोल्यूशन। नहीं हुआ तो? 1 नाइट फ्री। पहले हम सिर्फ फैमिली ट्रिप पे जाते हैं। सोचा इस बार मेक माई ट्रिप पे जाते हैं। मेक माई ट्रिप पे जाइए।
Ready? Action.
The coolest new action phones from Galaxy A. Ready? Action.
So the skipper.
A round arm delivery from Ashwin there. Saw Warner coming down the wicket. And you saw these catches, the Vivo perfect catch of the season.
IPL T20.com to have your vote, your say. As we see a French cap, as he's not far away from 100.
Who'd you be going for on these ones, Slats? I keep asking everyone.
Why, so hard to beat Pollards, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
I like Stokes at Gully, so
I'll say it again though. Pollard takes 3 of those per IPL, so I don't think he's in there this time.
But some of the most spectacular are the reflex ones. That's why Stokes is right up there as well. In the air, now taken. So something there for Kings 11 Punjab. Shami. He's not going to hit that Vivo perfect catch of the season, but it needed to be taken all the same.
He just got a little bit cramped for room. He was making room to try and hit it over the offside. Ashwin saw him, followed him, and so you can see he's moving there, and then suddenly he's cramped for room. Simple catch to Mohammad Shami. A breakthrough coming for the Kings 11 Punjab. But it's Manish Pandey. Good hand of 35, 160 for 2.
Is the light enough?
Yeah.
Oppo F11 Pro 48 megapixel camera. Brilliant photos in low light.
धोनी भाई ट्रॉफी चमका रहे हो but it's not chumking, not chumking.
प्रभु आपके दृष्टिकोण में चमक किसे कहते हैं?
बालक इससे
शानदार चमक के लिए कोई रेगुलर नहीं, इंडिगो PU एनामल ही लगाएं।
इंडिगो PU एनामल।
इंडिगो। MRF Nilo Grip Easy Ride. Make every ride an easy ride.
जब वो जुबान पे केसर और जोश दिलोगे तो इंडिया खेलेगा अपने ही अंदाज से। बिमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
And he's been elevated, and with good reason too. can try and increase, but not too much. They don't have to do too much more than they're doing.
And have a look at that wicket again. It's the Karen ball, speared down. Just flick round from Pandey. He was so good when he was crunched the ball out of the ground. Tried to be a bit cute, a bit clever. Livid with himself. Second wicket falls.
Just a bit of a settler this over from Ashwin. It's a good one. It can be hard to get away.
Yes, and hopefully being away from the strike for a few deliveries hasn't upset Warner's rhythm, Warner's tempo. He's got a bit of a breather though.
And there's the round arm, and now Warner's gone. So an error, there we go. Was it tiredness, or was it just deceit from the bowler? Ravi Ashwin, you beauty.
Yes, the round arm one. A very tired Davey Warner. Then walks off, a rueful smile on his face. He's played beautifully for his 81. But 2 wickets in the over from Ashwin. Yeah, it's just a smash outside that off stump. Easy catch, and Ravi Ashwin is over the moon.
So for Dave Warner, that's the last time we'll see him in 2019, the Vivo IPL. We've got to say from everyone who's watched, thank you so much for the entertainment. One of the stars, and he has brought so much. It's 163 for 3.
World's first 32 megapixel pop-up selfie camera, Vivo V15, V15 Pro.
अंकल देखो मेरा लेदर फोन स्टैंड Amazon पे के कैशबैक से लिया है। कैसे? अरे Amazon पे से रिचार्ज किया, कैशबैक से स्टैंड लिया।
तो Amazon पे यूज करो, मोबाइल रिचार्ज और कई ट्रांजैक्शंस पे पाओ जबरदस्त कैशबैक। Amazon पे अब बड़ा होगा रुपया।
जब हो जुबान पे केसर और जोश दिलों में, तो इंडिया खेलेगा अपने ही अंदाज से। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
अब हर गली से हीरो निकलेगा जब सारा इंडिया IPL खेलेगा। डाउनलोड द मोबाइल प्रीमियर लीग ऐप।
Suzuki Connect with live vehicle tracking, emergency alerts, driving behavior. Suzuki Connect, advanced telematics solution.
So the skipper, Kane Williamson, out in the middle, hasn't had a good time of it, been in and out, injured at the start of the Vivo IPL, missed a couple of games. Oh, didn't want to come in at all, did he? Just hung back. You've got to make that decision so quickly. Well, it's good work from Kings 11 Punjab, a couple of batting mistakes, and they've taken the catches, but there was good pressure. And that's the last ball, but good pressure from Ashwin in building up to those couple of wickets. So now they can get a bit of a move on. They can put a bit more of a clamp on and try and shed a few runs for their run chase. It's the perfect scenario to try and pull things back.
Yeah, Ravichandran Ashwin, he does so well as a leader. He really inspires the rest of the group. He does so with his own skill set. 2 wickets in that 1 over, crucial.
Yeah, you can sort of notice with Dave Warner, it's so understandable. It's such a hot day here in Hyderabad. It's hot. It's now summertime in India, so it gets hot everywhere, but particularly stifling today. And you could just notice in the last 3 overs, he was falling off a cliff. Now, he's one of the fittest in the game, but it takes its toll. And we just felt there might have been a rash shot, but what an ovation. Let's have a listen. Yeah, will it be enough to hold on to that orange cap right through to the end of the finals? It'd be a phenomenal performance if it is. I mean, he's going to play quite a lot less games. He'll end up with 12 games, 692 runs. So when you look through that list, who's likely? Shikhar Dhawan, now that the Capitals have qualified. Shikhar Dhawan could get an extra couple of games on top of the 14, so he's an opportunity maybe.
to catch David Warner, but an incredible effort to pick up the orange cap, having left the tournament after only 12 games.
I'm sure he's not the type of guy that looks for those personal milestones, but certainly there was a look in his eye when I did the interview earlier on that he wanted to finish his season on a high, and that's why he was so bitterly disappointed when he got out, because 100 was there for him. And to set up the fact that Sunrisers Hyderabad would have, looking at something in the vicinity of well over 200, would have been a mountain of a chase. But two new batsmen at the crease now. Mohamed Nabi, we know that he can strike it well. Kane Williamson, he hasn't really had a huge opportunity.
Well, heard you mention at the start of the show, Michael Slater, the pointy end, the business end of Vivo IPL 2019. RCB and the Rajasthan Royals tomorrow. In battle 8, V7 at the moment. The Royals have some belief in that camp. It's 8 p.m, the one and only game tomorrow from Bangalore, Steve Smith's last game. I thought it was his last the other night, actually. I was sending him home a day early, or 2 days early. Just trying to get rid of another Australian, I suppose.
It's what Kiwis always do, don't they, hey? Yeah, we're all a team now, Dooley.
He was in good spirits. He took it really well, actually. He said, no, I've got one more. I said, oh, okay. Well, I look forward to seeing you in Bangalore then.
Yeah, it's been a turn of events for him too. Obviously, he's had the same punishment as Dave Warner, but he comes back. He's really relished being in India, and the heartbeat of cricket, to come back here just has reinvigorated their game. Even though he hasn't been as prolific with the bat, he's got back into leadership. He's been captaining, and that's been important, I think, to get that hat on again.
Looked like he really enjoyed it too, the captaincy. His game picked up when he got that captaincy. those guys for this team, and can they finish this innings off as they should? I mean, it should be a 215, 220 minimum after the start they got. Oh, maybe it's Nabby. Love an answer to a question.
Oh, that's it. He's wide up. He's wide up. He says, got this, Dooley, you Kiwi. No, it's a good point, though, the balance of sides. So these two sides are relied so heavily on their openers, their top order. And then you look at the Knight Riders, they've relied so heavily on Dre Russ trying to get them out of the mire, but they haven't had a top order. So you need a blend. You need everyone being capable of putting their hand up. But you're right, where does the big hitting come from? You need it in the middle order. I think the changes that Sunrisers have to make up for, or the loss of players, Warner Bairstow, over 50% of their runs, probably 60%, to fill Johnny Bairstow was a big ask. To fill both of them is huge. But you've got Guptill, they've got a deep squad, you've got Billy Stanlake, who's bowling like the wind in the nets apparently. He's yet to come in, so they've got a good squad.
Yeah, you can look at those internationals as well, but it's the Indian domestic players is where they just need to lift a little bit more. Yusuf Pathan, he can hit the ball. I know he's coming to the back end of his career, but he has shown in previous editions of the Vivo IPL that he can strike it well. Well, there's the result. No surprise. I actually went with Sunrisers Hyderabad as well. They seem better equipped to make the playoffs. 71% of you agreed.
And again, Mohammad Nabi.
I tell you, the other thing he's done, Dooley, is he's hit perfectly straight. They're really good cricket shots.
Straight at me.
Straight at you. I'm the hitter. No, they're beautiful shots. Power shots down the ground. It's about 70 metres from where he stands to hit this six. As that one is rolled, attempt away, more like a leg cutter. Bang.
Don't you love it? These guys are teammates, or will be teammates in a couple of weeks' time, but not yet. Not now. Not at this moment.
Well, for 65, Mujib. Wow. 65, one to go. 66. Off his 4 overs. That's not a good outing for Mujib. 195 for 3, 2 to go.
तुमने तो कहा था तुम्हारा चिकन खाने से अब 2 लोग आएंगे
गलती से स्कूल के व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप पे मैसेज भेज दे
Chaos, yeah, the fans have stormed the ground.
एक तो भी आया
Get big discounts with Match Day Mania. Swiggy, what a delivery.
जो देते हैं क्रिकेट को दिल और जान, ड्रीम 11 करता है उनको सलाम। ये गेम है महान। ड्रीम 11, India's biggest sports game.
Capture the night with triple rear camera, 48 million quad pixel sensor, Vivo V15, V15 Pro.
हे ये रहे छोटे।
ओह हाय, इधर टाइट करो।
कहाँ गए ये छोटे?
रोटी वाली मस्ती, ये छोटे दो।
बड़े उस्ताद निकले। सेवास।
Mohammad Shami. Now might be too short. Might be too short. It is.
Yeah, I'm not sure that I know it's a wide, but sometimes the short ball. Well, I don't know what you think, Dooley, as a bowler, but I don't know that it's used in the right manner, and I don't think it's been used enough. I think we're seeing many slot balls at the moment. I don't see Hardik Pandya being tested out with that short ball. It's all sort of that length, and his hitting ability is phenomenal. I think sides are going to have to look at these different tactics with the short ball.
Very good work from the skipper.
My only concern then by bowling at your first delivery is, well, there's your one for the over. So now the next 5 deliveries, he knows it's going to be up there. So it's about the timing of it. And that's great timing. Ravichandran Ashwin They needed a big dive. The fielders need to lift a little bit more. Only a couple of overs to go. And if they can just hold these runs and stop these boundaries, they might give themselves a total where they can actually chase down.
Well, they've got the power, they've got the batting ability in that top order. Cal Rahul and Chris Gale, of course. Mayank Agarwal, David Miller, who's okay IPL. He scored over 2 in just the 1/2 century, strike rate of 130, but it's a couple of games where I think he'd be disappointed with his performance. 24 off 24, I think it was, against RCB. Probably contributed to losing the game. Back foot, no, can't get it over. Vivo, perfect catch of the match. Murugan Ashwin, and Williamson has to go.
Well, we've been treated to some wonderful elevation by the Kings 11 Punjab. It was the captain initially. It didn't stick this time. It did. He went with the 2 hands, set himself, lined it up, and took a great catch. And that's just what the Kings 11 Punjab need, as everyone's trying to wrestle for some momentum at the back end. Williamson goes for 14. It's 197 for 4.
Is the light enough? Yeah.
Oppo F11 Pro 48 megapixel camera. Brilliant photos in low light.
ये तो मोबाइल वॉलेट है गुबलू, बार बार टॉप अप करना पड़ता है। फोन पे ऐप यूपीआई है, सीधा बैंक टू बैंक ट्रांसफर, नॉट टॉप अप। मतलब कौन सा वाला गुबलू? वो पीला वाला।
The one app for all your needs. Phone Pay, India's payments app.
197 for 4. It's Rashid Khan. Looks out to the middle. Still no sign of Vijay Shankar, Indian international. So Rashid Khan with that strike rate of 175. Hits the ball in slightly different areas at times. There's Rashid. Oh, a little inside edge. Very good from Shami. Testing that front pad.
He keeps you honest at the end, Shami. He's always in there. Such a strong competitor. Bowls a good Yorker. He did use the short one up early. But, yeah, interesting, isn't it, with Shankar not coming out? It's a good leap. Had to be timed there by Ashwin. But this finish, they need to try and bring it back by 15 runs. They're doing that in the process of taking these wickets. One thing we know in this run chase, that we are going to see an explosion from Gale and Rahul. As soon as you've got 200 on the board, you've got to trust a little bit towards the end. You've got to still maintain wickets, but you need to be in a bit of a frenzy for the first 6.
Full straight, Shami on target, and Nabi misses.
Smart bowling. Excellent bowling by Mohammad Shami. He knows that both of these guys move around the crease a little bit. They try and get the length that they want. Mohammad Nabi trying to go straight past the bowler, seam upright, bullish in length. Thank you very much. Off stump, out of the ground. So a couple of wickets now at the back end of Sunrisers Hyderabad innings. 2 wickets in this over. Mohammad Nabi goes for 20 off 10.
सब कुछ है, ड्रामा, मेलोड्रामा, एक्शन, लव, हेट, कंपैशन, पैशन, रिवेंज। खाली एक चीज नहीं है। वो क्या है विके? एड्स। हाय वावा।
Suzuki Connect with live vehicle tracking, emergency alerts, driving behavior. Suzuki Connect, advanced telematics solution.
So Rashid Khan with that strike rate of 175. Hits the ball in slightly different areas at times. There's Rashid. Oh, a little inside edge. Very good from Shami. Testing that front pad.
He keeps you honest at the end, Shammy. He's always in there. Such a strong competitor. Bowles a good Yorker. He did use the short one up early. But, interesting, isn't it, with Shankar not coming out? It's a good lead. Had to be timed there by Ashwin. But this finish, they need to try and bring it back by 15 runs. They're doing that in the process of taking these wickets. One thing we know in this run chase, that we are going to see an explosion from Gale and Rahul. As soon as you've got 200 on the board, you've got to trust a little bit towards the end. You've got to still maintain wickets, but you need to be in a bit of a frenzy for the first 6.
Full straight, Shami on target, and Nabi misses.
Smart bowling. Excellent bowling by Mohammad Shami. He knows that both of these guys move around the crease a little bit. They try and get the length that they want. Mohammad Nabi trying to go straight past the bowler, seam upright, bullish in length. Thank you very much. Off stump, out of the ground. So a couple of wickets now at the back end of Sunrisers Hyderabad innings. 2 wickets in this over. Mohammad Nabi goes for 20 off 10. It's 198 for 5.
भाई इस गर्मी से बचने का बेस्ट आइडिया एक और शार लूंगा और भाई
बिल्डिंग का पानी खत्म हो गया बेटा लाखों को गर्मी में यही आइडिया आता है पर एक स्प्राइट ही है जो रिफ्रेश कर जाता है
Vijay Shankar is the new batsman. Just 8 balls remaining. Shami gets another. Very good Yorker in. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. No point. No point there. I'll be disappointed with that. There's no need to throw that at all. 200 comes up.
Yeah, probably thought that 200 was going to come up a little sooner than it has. So Kingsley will be able to pull it back. There's no doubt. They've just got to keep their heads now. Discipline. 7 balls remaining. Another wicket or two. Good fielding. Just help that run chase. It's going to be an amazing run chase from here anyway.
Would have been a lot worse. Abhishek Sharma. Not a lot of opportunities in his 5 matches, but a healthy strike rate, which is all you can ask from your tail ender. A little bit of tail into the left hander that time, wrapping him on the pads. Best thing he could do is get Shankar down on strike.
A great opportunity for this youngster just to finish off the innings well and started with the perfect delivery. Rashid Khan is a difficult batsman to bowl to simply because he moves around the crease so much and does play in different areas. But if you hone in on those stumps, it doesn't matter what he does.
Trying to work out where Rashid was trying to hit that in the end. He got himself into an awful broom sweeping mode, didn't he? Mind you, it was a good delivery. And there is a little bit of tail. So Shankar, that ball, It'll just tail away for him, so they'll angle across, backward point. Chris Gale, get ready there. Get those proper boots on.
Yeah, nicely bowled. This is good stuff. It could have been a lot worse. Abhishek Sharma. Not a lot of opportunities in his 5 matches, but a healthy strike rate, which is all you can ask from your tail ender.
Opportunity for this youngster just to finish off the innings well, and started with the perfect delivery. Around the crease so much and does play in different areas, but if you hone in on those stumps.
Where Rashid was trying to hit that in the end. He got himself into an awful broom sweeping mode, didn't he? Mind you, it was a good delivery, and there is a little bit of tail, so Shankar, that ball, it'll just tail away for him, so they'll angle across, backward point. Chris Gale, get ready there. Get those proper boots on.
Yeah, nicely bowled. This is good stuff.
Well, there's full length for Yorker bowling, so it probably didn't look to be an actual perfect Yorker, but it was still classed in my book as a Yorker. It was missed. Shemi, 4th. And he's got those 16 wickets. 25 to Rabada at the top. Tahir, they've always been up the top, as well as Chahal.
The line. Yeah, and I think that terrific news from a Delhi Capitals point of view too. The South Africans, as we are hearing rumours, are allowed to stay through.
Totally. I mean, it hurt Sunrisers. You've lost Bairstow, you lose Warner. I mean, they signed them on knowing that was the case. So these players have to say, well, I'm available to them. And so they know when they sign them that they're going to miss them for a few games. And it's a good stroke, a good timing, and it gets there. So while the runs were drying up, the boundary is found in this final over. And let's hope that Dave Miller hasn't hurt himself.
He was trying for the Yorker again. But
it was a desperate effort. But yeah, the South Africans staying, that's a real bonus to the teams, because it just means you can stay solid as a unit. You really can. You can keep using the balance. Delhi Capitals have got better and better and better. They'll be hard to beat.
That ball.
last delivery, they've done well to wrestle it back. Sunrisers high.